When filling out your brackets, I think it's a good idea to look at teams that are playing well, teams that are hot, who's come out of a conference tournament that are healthy and playing well at the time.
So I've got 3 really key tips when it comes to filling out a March Madness bracket. And it's not dealing with any specific teams, although there's a lot of things we can look at with respect to specific teams. But when filling out a bracket, you want to make sure to get the end right. The guy or the man or woman who's winning the office pool after day 1 is rarely the person who's winning the office pool at the end of the tournament. Getting the end right, having that champion, and if you can, obviously, having as many of the Final 4 right is very important. Surviving is another key point. That's my second biggest tip when it comes to filling out an NCAA tournament bracket. Not only do you need to get the end right, you don't want to eliminate teams early just for the sake of putting in an upset that you might need later on. That maybe they're not your champion, but you get more points as you go further down the tournament. So forcing upsets can hurt. Surviving through the first couple of days and ending up with as many opportunities for points down the line is also beneficial. And then I would say, and this is very difficult for the average fan to do, but I think it's my most important point, ignore seeds altogether. Completely ignore seeds, look at the teams, try to understand who the better teams are, because seeding, and we teach this in our bracketology class, is all about the most deserving teams. And the team that wins the game is the team that has the fewest weaknesses that can be exploited. So the 4 factors are how efficiently a team shoots, how often they turn the ball over or can force a turnover, how often they're fouled, and in that case then how well they shoot free throws, and then how often they foul, and whether they offensively or defensively rebound the ball well. That comprises 8 different categories you can look at for a team. The team that has the fewest weaknesses in any relative matchup to its opponent that its opponent can exploit is generally the team that wins. And the teams this year that we think are the most successful are the teams that fall into that category, that are very efficient in almost every range. I'm talking about teams that fall in the top 25 for our rankings right now, offensively and defensively, like Arizona, like Syracuse, Louisville, Pitt, which is a bit of a surprise to a lot of people, but is incredibly efficient as well.